Have you ever wondered why so many ranchers today raise cattle that look part Brahman, with that signature hump and floppy ears? Across the world, especially in hotter regions, you'll see Brahman-influenced cattle dominating ranches of all sizes. But why are they everywhere? Is it just because they handle the heat better, or is there something more? Something that makes them the perfect mix for modern ranching. In this video, you'll discover the real reasons why Brahman-influenced crossbreeds have become the backbone of today's beef industry. From their toughness in extreme climates to their surprising economic advantages, you'll see exactly why these cattle are changing the way ranchers think about breeding. Now, let's start with one of the biggest reasons Brahman crossbreeds are so successful: hybrid vigor. When you cross two very different breeds, you get something called heterosis, or hybrid vigor. It's like combining the best features of both parents, and in cattle, that can mean big results. For example, if you cross a Brahman bull with a Hereford cow, you might get a Braford. These calves grow faster, resist disease better, and often live longer than either purebred parent. It's nature's way of saying two strengths are better than one. But hybrid vigor isn't just about growth. It also boosts fertility, milk production, and calf survival. That means more live calves on the ground and heavier weaning weights. Both are key to a profitable ranch. Ranchers love this because it's a practical win. They don't need to reinvent their breeding program, just blend the right genetics. Of course, not all crosses are equal. A Brahman and Angus cross, for example, gives you a Brangus, which is popular in the US South. Meanwhile, a Santa Gertrudis, a cross of Brahman and Shorthorn, thrives in Texas heat and still produces tender beef. Each crossbreed offers its own balance. The key is choosing what fits your environment and your market. And speaking of environment, one of the biggest reasons these crosses dominate is how they handle extreme weather. Let's look at how Brahman influence helps cattle survive and thrive in hot, harsh conditions. If there's one thing that truly sets Brahman-influenced cattle apart, it's how easily they handle the heat. While many European breeds struggle in high temperatures, Brahman crossbreeds stay calm, keep eating, and keep growing. That's because they were developed from cattle originally from India, where the weather is hot, humid, and often harsh. Over generations, they've evolved special features that help them thrive where other breeds slow down. Their loose skin helps air circulate close to their bodies. Their short, glossy coats reflect sunlight, and they have more sweat glands than most other breeds, a natural cooling system built right in. This adaptation doesn't disappear in crossbreeding, it gets passed down. That's why crossbreeds like the Brangus or Braford can graze comfortably in 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit heat, while others seek shade or lose weight. But it's not just the heat they handle better, it's also the insects and parasites that come with it. Brahman-influenced cattle tend to have thicker skin and more natural oils, which help repel ticks and flies. That means fewer diseases like tick fever, less irritation, and less money spent on insect control. In places like Australia, Brazil, and the southern US, this makes a massive difference. Ranchers can raise herds in regions that are too tough for other breeds without constant treatments or stress-related losses. And it's not just about surviving harsh weather, it's about staying productive for years. Next, let's look at how these crossbreeds bring strong maternal instincts and long-lasting productivity to the ranch. Another big reason Brahman-influenced crossbreeds dominate modern ranching is their outstanding maternal instincts and long working lives. Let's start with the mothering side. Brahman cows are known for being protective, attentive, and reliable mothers. They produce enough milk for their calves, even under harsh conditions where feed may not always be ideal. When crossed with European or British breeds, those strong maternal traits usually carry over, giving ranchers healthy calves that grow fast right from birth. Now, here's where Brahman genetics really shine: longevity. While some European breeds start slowing down after 8 or 9 years, Brahman-influenced cows can often stay productive well into their teens. That means fewer replacements needed and more years of steady performance from the same animal. For ranchers, this adds up. Each extra year, a cow stays in the herd without major health issues, saves money on replacements, breeding, and management. It's not just about having tough cattle, it's about having profitable longevity. Their reproductive efficiency also stays strong over time. Many Brahman cross females breed back quickly after calving and maintain good body condition even in droughts or during heavy workloads. That reliability helps ranchers keep their herds stable year after year. You'll often hear producers in Texas, Queensland, or northern Brazil say, "A Brahman cross cow will give you more calves in her lifetime." Plain and simple. And when you add the hybrid vigor we discussed earlier, those calves are not only more numerous, they're healthier and heavier at weaning. So now, we know these cattle are hardy mothers that last longer and produce more. But there's another reason ranchers love them. They turn grass into beef more efficiently than most other breeds. Let's look at how feed efficiency and economics play a major role in their success. By now, you've seen how Brahman-influenced cattle handle heat and live long lives, but one of the biggest reasons they dominate modern ranching is their feed efficiency. Simply put, these cattle can turn low-quality forage into meat better than many other breeds. Where a purebred European cow might struggle to gain weight on dry grass, a Brahman cross can still put on pounds steadily. This matters because not every rancher has access to lush green pastures or expensive feed. In places like northern Australia, South Texas, and parts of Africa, ranchers often work with rough, native grasses and long dry seasons. Brahman crosses can survive and stay productive even when feed quality drops, meaning less reliance on costly supplements. Their metabolism is more efficient under heat stress too. While some breeds eat less when it's hot, Brahman crosses keep grazing and digesting normally, keeping growth on track. That steadiness adds up to better average daily gains and fewer seasonal dips in productivity. And it's not just about feed, it's about the bottom line. Because these cattle are hardy and disease-resistant, ranchers spend less on veterinary care, parasite control, and shelter. That means more of every dollar spent on the herd turns into profit. In commercial systems, these small savings make a big difference over time. For example, studies in Texas and Queensland have shown that Brahman cross herds can reduce input costs by up to 20% compared to herds of pure European breeds, while maintaining similar or better weight gains. That combination of toughness and thriftiness is why many ranchers call them profit cattle. Of course, no breed is perfect. So, before we wrap up, let's take a look at some of the trade-offs and why ranchers still keep choosing Brahman crosses despite them. Now, while Brahman-influenced crossbreeds bring a lot of advantages, they're not without a few trade-offs, especially when it comes to beef quality and market demand. Let's be honest, pure Brahman cattle don't have the same level of marbling or tenderness as many European breeds like Angus or Hereford. That means their meat can sometimes grade lower in premium markets, which reward tenderness and fat content. However, ranchers have found smart ways to balance this. By crossing Brahman with breeds known for superior meat quality like Angus, Hereford, or Shorthorn, they create hybrids that keep the Brahman's toughness but improve tenderness and taste. That's how we got famous breeds like Brangus, Brahman Cross Angus, combining heat tolerance with high beef quality, Braford, Brahman Cross Hereford, prized for adaptability and good carcass yield. Santa Gertrudis, Brahman Cross Shorthorn, one of the first officially recognized American beef breeds. These crossbreeds have become market-friendly solutions, giving buyers the meat quality they want and ranchers the resilience they need. Also, as beef markets shift towards sustainability and climate adaptation, these cattle are gaining even more acceptance. Consumers and processors are realizing that Brahman-influenced herds can thrive with fewer inputs, less feed, and less stress on the environment. In other words, they're built for the future of ranching. Yes, a few trade-offs exist, like slightly leaner meat or a reputation for tougher texture, but with today's breeding programs, feedlot finishing, and better management, those gaps keep getting smaller every year. So, when you look at the full picture, toughness, productivity, longevity, and growing market appeal, it's easy to see why Brahman-influenced crossbreeds have earned their place at the heart of modern ranching. Now you know the real reason why Brahman-influenced crossbreeds dominate modern ranching. It's not just their signature look or their tropical roots, it's their remarkable adaptability and economic sense. These cattle combine the heat tolerance, disease resistance, and longevity of the Brahman, with the meat quality and market appeal of European breeds. That balance makes them a powerful choice for ranchers who need animals that can thrive, not just survive, in today's challenging environments. From the Brangus in Texas to the Santa Gertrudis in Australia and South America, Brahman crosses have proven that smart breeding can build herds that handle both the heat and the market. For ranchers, that means fewer losses, lower costs, and more dependable profits. And for the beef industry, it means herds that are more sustainable and climate resilient for the future. So next time you see a cow with that signature Brahman hump, remember, it's more than just a breed trait. It's a symbol of how innovation, genetics, and nature come together to shape the future of ranching. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed learning about Brahman crossbreeds, don't forget to subscribe for more livestock insights from around the world.